wherein I worked on a lot of concepts like ikigai, balance, knowing yourself, love languages. And that led to the thought that why are these life skills only for adults? Why are we repairing broken adults? Why aren't we helping shape children into emotionally intelligent adults? And contacted my best friend who specializes, by the way, in speech and drama and has trained across a lot of schools across India and different curriculums and knew how to work with children. And I asked her, can we get on this journey where we would work on emotional intelligence or life skills for children aged 7 to 17?
Hi, welcome to my channel, Grit, Grind and Gratitude, where we talk to micro-entrepreneurs about their journey of becoming a micro-entrepreneur and walking that path. Grit, Grind and Gratitude shares stories of resilience, of purpose and values-led entrepreneurs who are shaping their futures boldly.
Hi Charlotte, it's a pleasure to welcome you to our channel Grit, Grind and Gratitude. We were introduced by a mutual friend and I thought, wow, when I got to know about your venture, I thought, wow, why not bring you onto our channel for our listeners to listen from your inspiring story. So go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners.
Thank you, Dipanvita. Thank you so much for even bringing me onto your show. I am Charlotte, as you just mentioned. I'm Charlotte D'Souza, the co-founder of Blah Blah Blah, which is Building Life's Attainable Habits, where we conduct life skill workshops for children aged 7 to 17 years globally. It's basically an online platform. And I think I've given this introduction a number of times, but somehow don't get tired of doing it over and over again. So yeah, that's about me.
Yeah. So tell us a little more on how Blah 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 was born. I know you were into corporate, you were with Majid Futem in marketing, then you were with another bank. So tell us a bit about your life before you started Blah Blah and how Blah Blah got started.
All right. So yes, so I was in the corporate world for about 18 years. I was heading marketing and communications positions globally. All the while I was there, I think there was one thing that kept working within me, that there's a lack of EQ in the corporate world. We are all trained to fuel our IQs, to climb the corporate ladder, empowering our IQs, empowering sometimes our egos, but letting our EQ slide, letting the fact slide that we are meant to be human. We are meant to work with people, for people, meant to work in a community. It stayed at the back of my mind, wanted to do something about it, practiced EQ to the best possible manner because I've been raised by emotionally intelligent parents, and that was like the core in our upbringing. Didn't think I would do much about it, but come 2020 was the first redundancy that I faced in my life. I was made redundant with various others because our bank got acquired by a much larger bank. Obviously, till then, I was having a lot of leadership positions, right from heading strategic alliances, CSR, sustainability, marketing, and communications. But then came a time wherein you face reality, and I was wondering, what do I do? Was also the year when COVID hit, so a lot of jobs were not there in the market. So decided to upskill myself. Went and did a lot of courses to upskill myself in the field of marketing, all the while setting my eyes on what would be my next marketing position. But then came across a course called Soul, School of Understanding Life by a sports scientist. I think that was the turning point and the best point of my life, the best 21 days or 2 months spent in all, wherein I worked on a lot of concepts like ikigai, balance, knowing yourself, love languages. And that led to the thought that why are these life skills only for adults? Why are we repairing broken adults? Why aren't we helping shape children into emotionally intelligent adults? And contacted my best friend who specializes, by the way, in speech and drama and has trained across a lot of schools across India and different curriculums and knew how to work with children. And I asked her, can we get on this journey where we would work on emotional intelligence or life skills for children aged 7 to 17? And like best friends usually do, but she was also an expert in the field and believed that emotional intelligence is important for the future generation. She said, let's go. We got together, and that was the inception of blah, blah, blah. Of course, it was also the creative brainchild of Sarah, who's my co-founder, and my best friend, like I said. And these life skills that we worked on were endorsed by UN, UNICEF, WHO, right from thinking skills, emotional skills to social skills. And that's the birth of blah, 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 so to say.
So this has been how many years now?
It's been 4 years. We'll complete 4 years this year.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Amazing to see how you felt a need in the market and converted that into a business venture. Great. So tell us how has this journey been so far?
Very interesting. When we started, we were almost, though you ask any adult today that what is it that you wish was taught in school, and you get answers like confidence, saying no, standing up for myself, speaking up, sometimes good touch, bad touch. All of these are life skills. However, we needed to again educate these adults when it came to the children, because we are all set on getting our children into courses like instruments, of course, and sports and STEM, STEAM, all of that. But when it comes to life skills, sometimes probably we think that they will learn this, and they will learn across the journey. Doesn't really happen. Why do we need to fall down, get up and learn this, while this can be a curriculum? So the initial first year was full of education, full of downs, full of people questioning me, something's wrong with you to leave such a good job or a good path you were on to start something where you would probably be earning just 10% of what you earned, with people wondering, why are you all teaching something which is so qualitative and can't be quantified to such an extent? Lots of questions. There were times where we did workshops with just one student, Sarah and myself. But I remember something that she said, and we worked together, is that organic growth matters. And let's just work one day at a time. And recently someone said something very interesting. They said that you should look back only to see how far you've come. And I think that's such an interesting statement, because today when we look back in a span of 4 years, we've done over 270 workshops with children from 18 countries with a rating of 4.93 on 5 from children and 4.87 on 5 from parents. And that feels that we've truly arrived. Yes.
Wow, Charlotte, very, very nice to hear this amazing achievements in the last 4 years. So tell us, if a child comes to you, how will their journey look like with you?
All right. So before I say how the child grows, let me tell you, we do our courses in two forms. One are short-term modules where we have summer camps or spring camps or short-term programs where children are with us for a course of 6 or 7 days, where they do 5 or 6 major life skills, a few sub-life skills, and then there's a finale showcase for parents. Okay, this is because we have a different form of teaching already, or training, or facilitating. So the parents or the generation gets used to this form. Then we have our long-term programs which span the academic year, where we meet children once a week. We do a much deeper dive into the subject, and the child is practicing that life skill in his offline. This is online, right? The workshops are online, like I said. And the child is practicing the life skill in his offline space with his peers, with his parents, with his family, with his school, etc. So that life skill ultimately becomes a part of his or her DNA that they grow up with. And that's why it's building life sustainable habits, the full form of BLA, right? It becomes a part of them. Now we have children, now coming to the question you asked, we have children who come in during camps, and I always say that you are used to a particular form of learning, right? Let's unlearn that. So the best way is for children to join our camps first, wherein they understand what this is. Sometimes they have lots of fun, and they said, oh, this was great. Once you are already at that point wherein you like this form of teaching, you like this form of learning, Then when I get you into deep dive, then when I make you do some homework, you are more ready to take on that homework, practice that life skill, understand why it's an important part of your life, and then emulate it, or also do a ripple effect, pass it on to other people. So this is what happens. Children join us with the short-term programs. They become a part of our long-term programs. We've had children with us for over 3.5 years now. So we are constantly learning and improving our skills, right? So the curriculum keeps building, so they keep continuing with us. So
So tell
that's
us how, what are the skills that you would, life skills that you would cover in a specific short-term camp, kind of a 5-6 days program?
Okay. Invariably, first of all, when I said that life skills are divided into thinking skills, emotional skills, and social skills, let me give you a little bit of idea for also your viewers who in case have any doubts about it. Thinking skills are on the lines of decision making, problem solving, growth mindset, time management, money management, to do with your brain. Emotional skills are on the lines of embracing your emotions, self-awareness, self-worth, empathy, respect, anger management, stress management, and so on. And social skills are on the lines of leadership, collaboration, interpersonal skills, communication, sustainability, conservation, so on and so forth. I believe you got a brief idea of what these skills are. The other thing is, we also have pillars, okay, which are I matter, you matter, and nature matter. Everything around blah 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 is based on these three pillars. I matter means I can do anything I set my mind on. I should go out there and try. You matter means anybody in any part of the world should be respected, and that's non-negotiable. So basically, your CEO should be respected as much as you respect the cleaner of your house. So that should be equal. And nature matter means we all have a role to play for the environment. The earth is shouting out for help. Sustainability is no longer a trend. We need to step up and do our bit rather than waiting for somebody else to. This is what they emulate. Now, once I've given you the basic crux, what we do, whether it's a short-term program or a long-term program or a monthly program, invariably thinking skills, emotional skills, and social skills will be used in some form. To give you an example of a course called Win Self, Win Others, which is about self and others, which is a small short-term course, would probably have life skills like responsibility, which come under thinking skills, empathy, which come under nurturing relationships, emotional skills, lead by example, which come under social skills. Okay, this is just an example. Critical thinking would be there, problem solving would be there, other skills would be there, but there will be a mix. Because an individual to be emotionally intelligent needs a combination of these three life skills. So whether it's short term, whether it's long term, at all times you will see us spanning these three life skills or the three pillars together at every point of time.
Interesting, very interesting. Tell me, you had to go back to school and re-educate yourself. So what was that like?
Okay, like I said, I was in marketing and communications before. My entire education has been, so I was a BCom student, then went on to do my MBA in marketing and communications, got on directly with the agency. I was with Percept and with international marketing, came to the UAE in 2007, was with Majid Al Fatem, Noor Bank, with the regional marketing as well as strategic alliances. My entire career was with marketing and communications. Now, when I felt there was a need of EQ, I had to first go and unlearn and re-educate myself, and that was important. And that led me to go and take my certification in psychology. Not only me, also my co-founder. And then we also started applying to various other courses, which we keep upskilling ourselves with, like the Institute of Child Psychology USA. There are lots of emotional intelligence certifications courses that keep coming. There's also one that I'm considering right now, which is also life skills educator, which wasn't there earlier, but I'm very interested. It's with the University of Connecticut. It's also with the University of Mumbai, which I'm looking at both. So there's this person or this child within me who loves to keep learning. I'm a strong advocate of the buffet formula, which says go to bed wiser than when you wake up. So every day I look at learning something new from somebody. Something as basic or as major, as you say. So the course of learning is continuous in my case, as well as my co-founder's case. And that's how we keep adding to our education and keep adding on to our curriculum.
Great. Tell me, during this journey of 4 years, what have been your high points?
High points have been my students. like even when I told you that I am somebody who sometimes wears my heart on my sleeve also. I've noticed that. I don't show it to a lot of people, but my close ones know that. um, I also get dejected, okay? So there was, when I told you that there was this time where I had only one student in a class. The first day when it was a batch of 6, and we had not taken fees beforehand, so there were all of them dropped out and we had just one student. But the end of it, when that one student presented what he learned in the span of 6 days, that I think was my first win, so to say. After that, my students have always been my wins. There has been a child who used to stutter, has who doesn't stutter currently. It was not a problem with her, it was a problem of letting others judge her. There was a student who couldn't say no, but has learned to say no. That's my high point. There's a student who, when we had the rains in the UAE, an animal shelter was had a problem. What she did was she used those beads, she put them together, she started a business, she started promotions, etc., through blah 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 everywhere, and she helped that animal shelter. And when she spoke about that, that was my high point. So there, apart from obviously, like I said, the general awards, or we won 8 awards, eight international awards. The high point was when it may not seem very conventional, but when I could tell media that I'm not paying to have an article in this newspaper, and when they come back and say that no, your journey is worthy enough to be included without a cost, that's a high point. So I think I'm one who celebrates the small and the big joys of life. So all of those become my high points in my journey, so to say. And every day there's a high point. Like today, I'll tell you what my high point was. I had a meeting right before, 10 minutes before coming here. My son and my help is out on holiday. My son ironed my top. My daughter fixed my laptop, and I've just taken a picture and I said, that's my earning. That's my high point today. If 2 people have stepped out of their schedule to do something for me, that's a high point I celebrate.
Great, great. It's so interesting to know that your high points come from your customers, your children, your students, and their wins in life become your wins as well.
Yeah.
Tell me now, these 4 years must have been challenging as well. There must have been some challenges, big ones and small ones. Tell us about them.
Right. The first challenge came when I chose to leave that comfortable, so to say, that the world says, the comfortable corporate job, to get into something which probably paid me 10% of what I was earning, in my cousin's words, which are right. So yeah, there were a lot of those moments at that moment. So there was a financial, what to say, I can't call it a crunch, but I would say a financial discomfort, so to say, that I stepped in. So yes, from there it came here. So, but it was a choice. It was a choice I took. The difficulty was when we approached schools in the beginning, and school said that no, there isn't space. I mean, who are you? We don't know you. Things like that happened. We approached corporates. There were a lot of doors shut in the beginning. The only interesting was, wow, blah, blah, blah is a very interesting name. That we got definitely from the beginning. But there were a lot of challenges in terms of not knowing how to manage tech. There were challenges not knowing how to manage my own finances, because obviously when you're in the corporate, you have agencies and a lot of people taking care of you. I say that we are quite pampered, so to say. So there was a lot of pains, daily pains, in terms of learning new things, learning how entrepreneurship even works, a journey I never thought I would step into. So there were downs repeated, but I think when you ask me what are the challenges, I think I am one person who always looks at how we find a solution. I think I'd credit that to my mom. Like every time there was a problem, she would be like, okay, what is the solution? So the problem, we would never be allowed to delve or ponder on a problem. So even when you asked me right now, I've started thinking that, oh, we found the solution. I didn't know how to use Zoom. I learned how to do that. I'm a pro at it now. I didn't know how to do my own finances, probably in that sense, in terms of the actual planning. I learned how to do that. Sarah and myself got on to how to use AI. Sometimes, our Oh, our social media person just went MIA one day, and we didn't know where to take it from. But we learned that too. We learned how to make curriculums. We learned how to reach out people in countries that we didn't know. Found a group in Australia when I didn't know, and started talking about blah blah blah. And today, if I can proudly say that I've reached 18 countries through word of mouth, I think anybody can. Anybody who steps out there can. So there have been lots of those lows, but they've all turned into highs later, I'd say.
Tell me, how did you open those closed doors actually?
By not giving up. Simply, it seems like a very cliched word, never give up. But the truth is that to keep trying. And like I said in the beginning, I probably got a bit dejected when I heard a no, because I wasn't used to hearing no's earlier, right? However, it's like, let's try again. There were friends, there were some people we knew who we thought would be a cakewalk for us in the field of education, because we know so many people in the field of education. Those doors didn't open. I probably asked again. Certain places chose my self-respect and chose not to go there and choose another part. But then doors started opening. If, like they say, again very cliched, if one door closes, another window opens, right? Windows started opening, curtains started opening, people started walking in. People I don't know advocated blah 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 to an extent that I was surprised. Even this week, when people said that with the situation we are going around with, people are talking about businesses getting affected. The other day I opened Facebook. Some people I knew, some people I did not know are talking about blah blah blah, and I'm getting students from there. Those are lots of, even a small crack opening. I don't know, at some point I think went on talking. And this year my motto or mantra anyways was that every single day I will do something in my personal space and something in my professional space, and I'm seeing the results of it. It's like drops making up an ocean.
Wow, I see an eternal optimist in you actually.
True, absolutely. Like I said, I have to credit my mom.
Yeah. Now, changing stances a bit and coming to the last question for our interview, what would be your words of wisdom for people who are starting out on their entrepreneurial journey?
For anyone who's starting out, this is also an advice I got when I was trying to make things a little perfect before I could start out or go there, is just start. Just step up, get out there. And I am telling you right now, you will fail, you will make mistakes, you will falter. And that's okay. And that's absolutely normal. That happened to me, that happens with every person, whether they tell you or not. But don't let that stop you. Just get out there, start, and listen to your customers, listen to people. They will tell you how they want your journey moving. All you've got to do generally in life is to listen, step out there, take that step, and you will have people at that finish line clapping for you. I remember someone saying this to me even before I believed in myself. Just start, and I'll be standing at that finish line clapping for you. Truly enough, life is not going to be easy, but it's going to be absolutely manageable. So if I could do it, not even coming from the industry, every single person can. And I truly believe in it. I don't say things which I don't believe in. So I totally believe in it.
Any other learning?
I would say upskill yourself always, whichever field you're going in. I just spoke about Buffet formula, go to bed wiser than when you woke up. So research, even with your business, even with your life, the quantitative, qualitative aspect. Keep on having that beginner's mindset. As they say in a growth mindset, the beginner's mindset which says that I will learn. And you will see how things will build up. And the other thing, very constantly make this your best friend, the power of yet. Again, it's the 3-letter word which belongs to the growth mindset, YET. If any time your brain says, I can't do this, just add yet and say, I can't do this yet. And you will see your mindset changing. You will see you getting out there and trying something or finding another path. I think
that's beautiful. I'm going to remember that, the power of yet. I can't do this yet.
Absolutely. All my champs at blah 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 practice it. Like when you ask me my win, and I remember this child who was who faced severe bullying, and I made Yet her best friend. That's what Sarah and I did. Yet is your best friend. You can't face them yet. You will find a way to face them. And today she stands up to bullying. She does beautiful drawings around bullying. So lots of wins there.
Beautiful, beautiful to see how your journey has impacted so many lives, so many young children, and how your work brings out how your work shines out in the world, and you keep lighting other people's torches. That's beautiful. Charlotte, it was a pleasure to have you today on our show. Your journey truly highlights a lot of grit, a lot of grind, and oodles of gratitude for what the universe has brought on your plate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dipandra. That was wonderful. I didn't feel that I'm talking to somebody for the first time, so it was interesting, and I hope and thank you for telling me that I added value. Thanks.
If you like this interview, please don't forget to subscribe by pressing the bell icon and follow us on our social media handles as we talk to more and more micro entrepreneurs who are living their dreams boldly.